times as we write our story, or as we hear our story being said, and as we replay our story in our heads of who we are and what we do? Or can we add a little something else to that, and maybe about our spiritual health and how are we connecting to our spirit rather than just our mind or thinking, or just our physical body, all the other two realms a little bit maybe more challenging or limited. And so as we maybe exhale, and we start always by letting anything out of our body, right? Exhaling to cleanse anything that we carry on our shoulders, fists, tummy, and maybe the inhalation happens as we open and we start thinking about in those terms. Can I allow myself to just embrace that breath and then allow it to exhale when it's ready to breathe out, when it's ready to release and surrender that, and surrender maybe thoughts and emotions and layers of things that we have inside of us, and we pause for a second in observance of honoring of the breath that we're bringing into our body. And can we filter it into the physical body through our nose? We embrace that breath as long as we need to. And then when we're ready, not at anybody else's space, we exhale it and we let it go and see what comes out as we breathe gently out. And maybe we can just pause for a second in the exhalation as we empty the lungs, and we visualize the energy entering through our nostrils as we inhale. And it's not only through the nostrils, but through the back of the head, to the back of the throat, into the lungs, into the chest, into the back. And we let that be again to cleanse, to exhale, and maybe the body surrenders deeply. Do not rush, do not force, to inhale one more time, to breathe in deeply into our physical body. So what does it feel to enter through the air into your lungs, to feel that your body's connecting through your entire alveoli and passing through those red blood cells to every part of your body? And then we breathe it out and we exhale kindly to release, to soften, to disengage any tension. And one more time, we allow that our breath becomes our own rhythm, that you're inhaling and supporting, that you're holding and embracing that breath into your chest, into your heart. And you let all the other impurities, all the other things that we don't want to hold on, these stale thoughts, the things that do not serve a purpose at this moment anymore. And then inhaling to maybe bring in something bright and different and more clear. Even if there's nothing, it's just the intention of that. And let the body exhale very, very gently one more time to surrender any pressure, any tension, anything and layers that we keep finding as our thinking engages. And let slowly breathe in to pass our intellect, pass the just thinking part, and go into our emotional intelligence or spiritual intelligence deeper than that. And then we allow the body to exhale. And maybe as we exhale all the way out, we allow the hands to slowly open just outside the shoulders, and allow your thumbs to slowly be folded into the palms of the hands as you exhale, and bring your fingers to wrap over your thumbs to support that. And maybe your pinky side of your hands come into your abdomen to the very base, almost towards that pelvic area, and we exhale it gently and we breathe in. And maybe the body's able to exhale in such a way that we can slowly fold the body forward, as if your hands are pressing into that belly, and you slowly move your body onto those fists. And we exhale and we surrender the body, and we allow that pressure to be built as the hands press into your abdomen, as the torso folds forward, and we press into your gut. We support the exhalation to let your fists, to let your hands go deeper, to maybe your torso be exhale. And one more time, breathing in into the back muscles, into the root of your back. And we exhale as the fists come deeper into the abdominal organs. And we inhale into your lungs, into your chest, into your shoulders, not into the abdomen, not to put too much pressure. And then exhale, surrendering. One more time, softening that belly so that your fists and hands come a little bit deeper, and massage those deep organs in your last long deep breath in. Can you observe that your fists come deeper into your gut area very, very gently? And then as you come up, slow motion, as many breaths as you take, slowly feel how your warmth or your blood comes back into that section of your body, into your abdomen, into your gut, into your hands, into your fingers, that your arms open slowly out outside your body, that you can allow your gently extension of the arms shoulder height, that you're going to place the palms of hands as if you're just pushing to walls on the right and left side of your body, and your fingers are pointed towards the sky, and you open the heel of the hands, you extend the elbows, you extend your shoulders, and you open the body. One more time. Open every finger as you breathe in, as you're really consciously looking mentally and going through every one of your fingers. Expanded, and then exhale as if you're just grounding the tailbone, sitting, pressing through the heel of the hands and arms and shoulders. Jaw draws in. Let your body exhale. Find that your shoulders are not tense. One more time. Can you find that your breath guides you into extension of the arms? And maybe the body is ready to exhale, and you can bring your hands and arms slowly right with your thumbs connected to your pectoral muscles into your underarm area. So your thumbs are going to slowly hug the muscles that connect your chest into your shoulders, and just press, and as if you're just lifting that connector, that extension of your deltoids, or your deltoids connected to your pecs. And the elbows exhale closest towards your ribs, and your shoulders widen, your chest broadens, and you breathe in. One more time, as if you're stretching your thumb, your elbows come tighter towards your rib cage, and then as you're inhaling, the elbows widen and raise towards the sky, as if you're just looking up towards the tip of the elbows, the head raises and the elbows come closest towards each other, towards the ceiling, and then exhale with your thumbs always pressing into that space under your arm area. Let your elbows come closest to your chest or rib cage. Inhale, jaw draws in. Exhale, jaw draw in. Slowly hold one last time, and then as you're inhaling, raise your elbows. Breath in. What does it feel like to move your arms, your elbows closer? Does it open any muscles of your back? Can you feel your thumbs connected to your chest as if you're just raising those pectoral muscles and really massaging your endocrine glands? And then raise one more time as you breathe in. Elbows raise all the way towards the sky. Find that your body breathes through your back, that opens all those back muscles. And as you exhale, you open your chest. You're really opening the breastbone area forward, that your shoulders are drawn down, that your shoulder blades shift towards each other. And one last time, take a deep breath, opening, extending, raising. Feel that your lat muscles, that your entire muscles of your back are extending, opening. And as you exhale, you feel that the elbows slowly reach into the sides of your ribs. Inhale, elbows move back towards the back of your body. The hands slowly place softly next to your hips, next to the glute area, and then breathe in. Press on your knuckles as you're making a fist into the ground. Your knuckles press into the floor, and you're finding that your top of the hands are stretching, and you feel that any pressure, we have tension sometimes built into the hands, we have fingers tightened. Can you allow the knuckles be pressing through the entire flatness of that upper portion of your finger into the ground, from knuckle to finger? Breath in, extending your chest, rolling your shoulders. Allow your chin to, maybe if your neck allows it, to raise your chin towards the skies, if your throat extends towards the ceiling, and your eyes look over your eyebrows, over the top of your head. One more time, breathe in. And when your body is ready, feel that your shoulders roll back and your chest moves even farther forward, that your tongue touches the roof of your mouth. If that's possible, your hips still remain deep into the ground. One more time, allow your breath to really guide you to extend, to open. And as the body exhales, surrender slowly forward, the movement of your head, of your shoulders, of your chest. Bring your chest to slowly roll forward. Allow your legs to slowly move in front of your body, your legs to be as wide apart as needed, or as close to each other as needed as your body allows it. And let your hands slowly touch your thighs, your knees, your shins, your ankles, not forcing the body. You don't want to force anything. And let your body exhale. And maybe the right knee slowly contracts and bends in towards the right chest and abdomen, as if you're just hugging that right leg into the inside of the shoulder, into the chest area on the right side. And you press through your thigh, and you press through the heel into the ground, and your head slowly softens, and you breathe in. And your body hugs your shin, hugs your knee, hugs your hamstring, hugs into your hands, hold into your wrist, elbows forward, all the way towards your forearms or tricep area, and you slowly exhale. Bend gently your chin into your throat so you can feel that your spine lengthens, and you squeeze into your tummy one more time, concentrating onto the right side of your torso as your thigh is pressing against that abdomen as your body exhales, all the way through. Squeeze, squeeze, massage, inhaling gently. And then exhale slowly. Allow your body to round. Raise kindly your right leg. Feel that your right heel comes a little bit farther away from the body, maybe about hamstring height, maybe knee height, maybe chest height, maybe head height, maybe above the head. And you lean slowly back so you can feel that you're not pushing or rolling your shoulders forward. You're not creating a hump in your upper back. You're extending as your chest lengthens. And you can feel how your hamstring opens and your toes are active. If your toes are active, your foot most likely is active. Your ankle is active. Your shin muscles are active. Your calf muscles are also engaged. And you can feel your knee supported. One more time. Raise tall your torso. Shift and adapt and modify as much or as little as your body needs to. When your body's ready, is your left leg aligned? One more time. Breathe in. Look slowly towards the tip of the highest point of your right leg. And as your body exhales, bend slowly that right leg, settle into the ground, allow your arms to come wide, your foot on the floor, raise your arms towards the sky, engage your thumbs above the head, allow the right leg to stretch all the way forward, and then reach gently with your heel towards the ground. Breathe in, sit very tall as if your rib cage comes farther away from your waist. So what are the muscles that hug that midsection of your torso that raises the upper body? That your head is not lifted, you're not looking towards the sky, you're staying slowly parallel with your jaw towards the floor and finding the crown of the head raising a little bit taller, and your torso maybe leans a little bit forward in front of your body, and your knees do not need to be locked into this position. One more time. Active toes, active feet, active legs. One more time. Stretch as if your body comes a lot longer, taller towards the sky, and let your arms and elbows exhale. Feel your fists coming towards the sides of your hips. Your elbows and shoulders move slowly, pointing the wall behind you. One more time, raise your chin towards the sky. Allow your shoulder blades to shift towards each other as your throat extends, and you look slowly over your eyebrows, and maybe your neck allows you to not crunch it, but to extend and focus into the expansion of your throat. And so what do we find in our throat? Not only physically, right? We know that our thyroid glands are hugely important there on either side of the vocal box, that your entire thyroid gland behind the vocal box supports, again, all those activities of the cellular level to activate metabolism until your body breathes. The body actually uses the energy in and within your body, that we're not stuck, we're not held back, that your body's breathing through energy, that your last lung mission opens the throat, and allow your eyes to slowly look through the crown of the head as your body exhales. Slowly soften and surrender gently the pressure. Find your elbows and shoulders soften. Allow your left leg to then gently contract as you breathe in, and your left and right hand comes over that left leg or contracted leg, the opposite side, and you hug it over your knee, over your shin, behind your hamstring. Allow your body to hold your hands with interlacing fingers to your wrists, to your forearms, towards your elbows, towards your triceps, completely irrelevant. Allow your right leg to stay connected. Your right leg doesn't roll out, does not become flaccid, or just move gently off alignment. You maintain it supported. Observe that your hips, again, moving meditation. What is your body doing by connecting to observing? Maybe your foot lifts on the left side a little bit higher, maybe a little bit taller. Maybe this side is a lot more challenging and you're not able to raise a little bit longer as you did the right side. And so what is the reaction to that? What is the thought behind that? Can we just be in the present moment and really observing what is our body doing today? Is it able to? Can it connect? Can I find my chest coming farthest away from the waist? Can I concentrate on the things that I actually can do and what it feels like for my muscles? And what does it feel like to stretch and to open? Can I allow my tissue? Do I hear the same story? My physical body only does this and will never do anything differently. Or can I allow myself to start discovering a new way, a different way to feel the position, that I can investigate shifts and micro adjustments of the movement of every toe, every portion. One more time, my moving meditation. How am I focusing into deep breath into that left leg? And maybe my next exhalation, my leg slowly bends and I can soften gently my foot towards the ground, and my right and left hand undo, and my arms can widen, and I can raise arms above the shoulders, as we already know, with your elbows as bent as needed, with your thumbs interconnected as needed, and the left leg extends gently in front of your body to then rest it onto your yoga mat. And your body sits tall, raising the rib cage, moving the torso to be perpendicular at least, if not slightly forward in front of the hips, and your arms extend through your underarms, through the entire muscles or scapula area. That means the shoulder blades are really hugged. The entire structure of your back is supported, that your spine becomes more aligned, that your abdomen muscles support the lumbar spine, that you're not forcing the movement through any muscles of the back. They're just simply extending. And you instigate that movement, that energy, that heat inside your muscles, inside your torso, inside the organs, because that's a purifying heat, right? The heat produced into that deep connection to your tissues, that's exactly what cleanses. Let your last two breaths to observe gently the activity of your toes, of your legs, of your hips, when your final breath comes, and you can really engage and elongate your body even longer and taller through your fingers. Let your elbows slowly soften and allow your hands to slowly come gently towards the ground, and you can maybe bring your hands or fingers or fists towards the floor, right next to your or behind the glutes, and your knees contract gently, and allow your elbows never to lock. If this is as far as our body is going to go, perfect, stay right here. If the body is able to easily press and you can feel the connection to the root of your fingers, not the heel of the hands, and your feet are evenly supported on the ground, and you're about shoulder distant just as a way of measuring the distance between your feet. It doesn't necessarily have to be that way. Find what you're stable through palms of the hands, through soles of your feet, and maybe your hips start raising off the ground, and maybe you need to adjust. And the shoulders, very important. They're not raised. You're not rolling the shoulders up, but you're rolling the shoulders away from the chest, as if your shoulder blades are hugging the spine, and your glute muscles come off the ground, and you can feel the root of your fingers. You can stretch the toes in front of your body. You can find the alignment between your thighs, your knees, and your hips raised a little bit taller, and your abdomen flattens a little bit deeper. And is this enough? Do we need to come down and rest? Or can I allow my last two breaths to really support the position, so that I can squeeze through my glutes? Let your last long inhalation, deep breath into this pose. Can I allow my hips to slowly settle towards the ground as I breathe very gently out, and allow my spine to come tall, that allow my hands to come towards my knees, my shins, my thighs, my hamstrings. Maybe my arms come all the way towards the sky this time, and I'm going to place my palms and hands facing each other while the index finger is tallest. Do I listen to my body? Am I listening and paying attention? Am I lost in things that really are catching attention? Not because they're less important, but this at this moment is about our moving meditation. How can you be present? How can you engage your mind exactly and educate our mind to be exactly where we need to be right now? Is my back a little bit taller? Can I lean a little bit forward with my torso? Can I retract my abdomen a little bit deeper? Can I bring my right foot over my left ankle and bring my left foot right in the center in between both hips, and let my heel on the ground on the left foot and my arms extended? Or maybe my legs extend a little bit farther off the floor and I allow my body to balance. Or maybe my legs extend and I can see how the abdominal cavity may support the position. Can I find my arms? Can I extend my torso? Can I really concentrate on the strength of my body, my core? Not because I'm pinching, not because I'm forcing, not because I have to. Let your last long inhalation, deep breath in, bend your knees, and let your hands slowly come and support. Place your hands into the ground right next to your hips or behind your hips, with your fingers pointed away or into your glutes. Elbows never locked. Raise your hips. Find your balance. Observe your body to raise your glutes, not because you're pinching. The moment your joints receive the brunt of the weight, that's not very good. Distribute it. Find your legs. Find the distance, the perfect extension and opening of the arms, the opening of your hips, and the perfect activity between your legs and glutes and thighs, that your last elongation, that your belly is actually activated. And when you exhale, breathe in and place your tailbone in the air one more time towards the ground as you exhale all the way down, and your hands come towards your thighs, knees, shins. Exhale very gently. Maybe your arms are able to slowly one more time come forward and towards the sky as you breathe in, allowing your hands to support gently the alignment of your entire shoulders, palms, hands facing each other. That is, your right foot stays steady. Maybe your left leg crosses over your right side, the opposite direction as we did. Maybe the right heel comes towards the center of the body. And maybe the body leans back through your torso, the heels come slightly off the ground with your knees bent. Or maybe your legs extend and you can feel your body engage again to your core muscles, and your jaw is not lifted, you're not tensing through your neck, you're slowly tucking in your chin. Can you observe your abdomen? Can you find your back? Deep breath. What are you really thinking about right now? Can you observe the last one breath? Observe that your body is engaged. As you exhale, soften very, very gently. Observe your elbows, your knees, so slowly come gently towards the ground. Allow your knees to open wide with your legs crossed, and then reach slowly through your right hand all the way forward in front of your body. So if your hands are touching in front of your toes, and maybe this is as far as you're gonna go, or maybe all the way in front of your body until your forearm and elbow touches the ground, completely irrelevant. Your left hand on the ground as wide as needs to go, or on your left knee, on your left thigh, on your left waist, and your right ear comes slowly towards the right shoulder, the right bicep, the right side of your head into the ground, whichever is comfortable for your body. And you exhale, and are you breathing out? Can you release? Are you sustaining that constant rhythm of your body as you inhale? Opening, stretching, give time for your body to understand what it's doing. Your brain takes about 18 seconds to connect to that movement. So are you patient? Are you conscious? Are you able to observe without pinching, without forcing, without pain? Can you let your last long deep breath? Can you observe the last extension all the way through, and then walk your right hand in? It doesn't matter how far you've been, simply softly roll it back into center. Allow your body to exhale, switch legs. If one leg was in front, then place the opposite leg forward. Allow your body to exhale, take your arms to come wide and open towards the sky. Allow your hands to slowly interlace fingers, knuckles extend towards the sky, just the knuckles towards both hands, and then bend the elbows. The elbows tend to open. Bring the elbows closer towards the sides or temporal sides of your head, almost towards the back of your ears, and let your biceps gently flex while your triceps extend, antagonistic muscles, and your thumbs come behind your neck, behind your head, behind the shoulder blades. Find that your underarms, if I were to hold you from the elbows, can I bring your elbows closer towards the sides of your head and raise them a little bit higher towards the sky? Can I find the connection of that with my abdomen, with my knees, with my hips? Am I forcing my body to tense, or am I extending? Can I feel how my lungs extend? Can I create enough room inside my rib cage? And then again, what is enough for me? Let your last long deep breath in, and let the elbows open wide. Soften your hands, release your hands towards the sides of your body, towards the sides of your hips. Exhale, exhale. Bring your left arm forward in front of your body, as far forward as you need to, and let the left forearm, elbow, maybe tricep reach towards the floor. It doesn't matter. It's not how far you go, is how much your body needs to be in this position today. And your right hand is as wide as needs to be, so you can feel that the left side comes closer while the right side comes higher towards the sky. And the right hand comes into your shin, into your knee, into your thigh, into your waist, and your body exhales. And you find maybe the left side of your head touching the floor, and you feel your body stretching. And so what does it feel like to open intentionally the left side of your body? Can you not roll the hips off the ground, but maintain your hips as deeply into the floor as you need to? And what will it take to flex the front of the body so the back of the body stretches? Can I find my head one more time, coming deeper and longer into this position? Find the last two breaths. And am I forcing? What am I thinking about? What is my moving meditation about today? Can I just be in intention as the body finally exhales, and you can feel your gut really retracting? And then walking your left hand in, your left arm and shoulders and spine, and you roll gently into upright position. Exhale all the way through. Beautiful. Find your body. Exhale. Find that your legs raise your knees off the ground, that you find your legs extended gently in front of your body, that you can feel your legs broadly extended in front, that you find your hands one more time coming with fists into the ground, palms and hands into the floor, raise the chest. This is as far as you're going to go. Stay right there. If your body goes any deeper or higher, by all means, find that you are balanced on both hands, that the shoulders are not rolled forward, that you're not moving the shoulders forward, that you're moving them away from the chest. And your chest is the one that leads the position. If this is learning and our body starts to learn this position, this is as far as we need to go. Stay right there. Squeeze through the root of your fingers, point your toes out. Maybe your hips come slowly off the ground, and adjust. Do not pinch on your wrists, do not pinch on your shoulders or elbows, and raise your hips. And maybe your head stays just neutral, or maybe all the way back, as if your chin looks away from your chest, and you're squeezing your glute muscles off the ground, and you engage your triceps, the back of the arms. One more time, breathe. Are you giving enough time for your body to feel the movement? One more time, deep breath in. Exhale all the way through in, and if the body's ready, let your inhalation to really lead with your chest. And then slowly place your hips, if the hip were lifted, on the ground, and see if your body slowly softens up as you're inhaling again. Bend the knees as you exhale, soles of your feet coming towards each other. Find the soles of your feet not too close. It is not the degree of the heels touching towards the groin area, but it's allowing the soles of your feet comfortably touching each other without forcing the knees or hip area, and your hands stay on your knees, on your shins, on your thighs, on the ground, or maybe your arms are able to slowly come gently out and wide towards the sky as I extend by holding and settling my hips into the ground. The torso lengthens and my hands interlace or cross the fingers, and my index finger points towards the ceiling, and my jaw draws in so it maintains parallel towards the ground. And I feel how the heels and the pinky side of my feet are really holding the pose, and my spine, my torso, my waist, the core muscles, right? The abdominal cavity. We exhale. There's recent studies to show that the metabolism of a human being is consistent until the age, from age 1 until the age of 50 or 60 in many cases. So it's not that our metabolism is slowing down, because I think none of you are at that stage. Is about how we treat our body. What are we really bringing to our body? So can you find your metabolism? The strength is yours. Reach into it. Find the exhalation. Press your heels. Allow your last long inhalation to support the extension of your body, and your body exhales, and feel your hands coming gently down if we were up, into your thighs, into your knees, into your shins, into your ankles, and your torso slowly moves a little bit forward. Maybe your back becomes long and flat and tall, or maybe as your body is really elongating, you can feel the muscles are holding your hips towards the ground, your torso extended, your arms are as wide as needed, and your torso starts leaning gently forward. Not because it's necessary, not because it's mandatory, and you find your micro adjustments. So what is it that I need to shift? What is my body telling me to do a little bit with my feet, with the distance between my heels and my hips? Can I adjust that? Can I support my knees in that way? Where is my chin? Can I pay attention? That is where my focus should be right now. Can I listen to the conversation my body's telling me? Observe the shoulders, observe the spine, reach forward, feel that your body lengthens. It doesn't matter how far. It's not a competition. It's not about reaching there, because there's not a there to reach, but it's about the staying in the present moment. That we can actually observe that it's not about accomplishing things externally, but it's about that internal world that we need to discover or rediscover. Can I find that my shoulders broaden, that the crown of it extends, that my tailbone grounds last time? Observe your moving meditation, that your body is opening, that you're allowing those infamous 18 seconds to support as your body inhales. Use your hands and fingers to slowly raise kindly your torso, your spine, your head, your shoulders, that your knees are gently coming off the ground, that you observe your body coming one more time towards the sky, that I allow my feet to cross over the ankles. And if I am able, and many of us might not be able to do this, I can place my hands in between my thighs and knees and then roll over my shins as if I am just coming onto knees and shins into the ground. My feet remain slowly cross behind my body. So my feet cross over your ankles still. I allow gently for my toenails to remain on the floor, to the top of my feet to remain on the ground, but my hands to stay just under my shoulders. And as my body is ready, I'm going to slowly press, if available to my body today, I'm going to press through the toenails and then slowly raise my knees and raise my body and see if I can stay on the top of my feet, stretching the ankles, stretching your shins without forcing. One more time, breathe in without forcing anything. Flex your belly. Last time, deep breath in, tuck in the chin, bend slowly your knees to place your shins and knees to the ground. Beautiful. Deep breath. Exhale. So what happened to your body? Or as Jerry would say, what happened to your body? Find your opposite foot to cross over the ankle. Feel the toes and feel the top of your feet slowly. So it's the opposite leg now, and that your fingers and hands and root of the fingers are strong and your arms are strong. If your body is available on this side, press the top of your feet and raise your knees and see if your body raises through your glutes towards the sky, not because you're forcing an ankle, not because you're forcing a foot. Flex your belly, raise the tail, dip your chin. One more time, strengthen your body. Let your last long inhalation to fully breathe in, and then exhale. Bring your knees and shins towards the ground, and the exhalation, empty slowly. Allow your feet to uncross very kindly. Allow your right knee to slowly be very to the edge of your yoga mat. And bring your left foot all the way forward towards the front of your body and stretch it out. And let your body slowly look towards the right edge of your yoga mat. So your hands walk towards the right edge of your yoga mat and your right foot comes across towards the left edge of your yoga mat. So in other words, the left leg is towards the top of your yoga mat with the heel as gentle into the ground, and your toes are as extended as possible, and your right knee is under the hip, and your outside of your left foot is gently parallel towards the yoga mat when your body's ready. Exhale kindly from this position. Your hands are as wide as your shoulders or wider. Breathe in and then exhale all the way through, flexing the toes of the right foot, and then raise your right knee as if your right heel were to place on the ground, and your hands are pushing back. So your left leg is wide, your right leg stays as if your heel comes towards the floor, and your hands press your torso away from the wrists, and you're pressing back into that right heel as if your body pushes away from the hands. Breathe in and feel that your right knee is never locked, that your left knee is never locked. Find your hamstrings, find your calves, stretch kindly the muscles of the back of your leg. Never lock your knees, crown the head towards the ground. One more time. Never burning, never paining, never going deeper than your body allows. When your body is exhaling, your tummy is exhaling through your gut. Raise your right heel, bend your right knee. Beautiful. Deep breath. Allow your right hand to slowly walk towards the right side of the right leg. That means towards the back of your yoga mat. So your right hand is on the back of your yoga mat. Your right leg is easily, again, parallel towards the edges or towards the top and front of the yoga mat. So you're resting on the right shin, the right knee, and your left leg slowly comes off the ground. And you can feel your left leg slowly coming from the ground towards the sky. Not because you're moving your leg forward, not because you're pointing the toes, because you're racing through your heel. And your left hand comes towards your thigh, towards your hip, towards the waist, towards the sky, towards the head, above the head, as if you're just reaching towards the back of your yoga mat. And you breathe in. Find those glute muscles, find those hip muscles, squeeze your glutes. Move the center of your pelvic area forward. Last breath in. Less is more. Exhale, exhale. Breathe in, contract. Left knee contracts. Left arm softens gently forward. Allow your body to slowly roll gently your right leg towards the back of your yoga mat. So now your right leg changes position. Your left knee remains onto the ground. The palms of hands come slowly, shoulder distance or wider in front of your body, and your back is parallel towards the floor. Can you feel the alignment of that right foot towards the back of your yoga mat? So in the mirror position, as we did before, the left knee remains under that left hip. Your spine is long and neutral. When your body's ready, your left toes flex. Can you prepare your body to support slow raising of the left knee and pressing back as if your hands push, and you can shift the position of your hands wider. Maybe your hands come closer towards the right leg, and you press your body, torso, hips away from your hands into that left heel, into that left leg. So your calf muscles, your hamstrings slowly stretch, and your chest and shoulders work together to lead or give enough room for your chest to move through past the shoulder blade area, that your head is not looking forward, that is slowly releasing the crown of the head towards the floor. And you engage your glute muscles to come a little bit farther back and taller, as if you're just raising your tailbone. Find your way into this position. Observe that your body distributes the weight evenly through both legs, that you're stretching those muscles, not burning them, not tearing joints. In your last long exhalation, can you feel your body breathing deeply out, as if you're just really moving to the glute muscles on the back and raising the left heel, bending the left knee, softening the body towards the ground, moving the left hand towards the front. The rest of the legs stay in the ground is exactly where they were. Only the left hand comes towards the front of your yoga mat, and you point your fingers away from the body towards the top of the mat, and your right hand may stay on the ground, or your right hand slowly helps your right leg come off the ground. You can hold it, you can raise it from the inner thigh, you can raise it from the outer thigh, from the glute, or you can simply open your right hand on top of the leg, into the waist, into the hips, or above the shoulder, above the head. Breathing in, activate your toes on the right leg. Are you raising? If I were to touch you from that leg from underneath, can you raise that leg by using the muscles, not your joints? You're not pinching. Can you find your core? Are you pushing all the weight into your wrist? Are you contracting or collapsing your shoulder? Can you lengthen the body and distribute it? Well, last time, can you feel your body breathing in? How can you feel this position differently this time as your right leg softens, your right hand comes slowly forward, bringing your knees towards the ground, looking towards the front of your body with the palms and hands towards the top of your yoga mat. We exhale kindly into this pose. Observe your elbows and forearms coming towards the ground, the palms and hands to come towards each other. You know to measure the distance between the elbows. That should be about the forearm distance, as we already have said. Jaw draws in, toes tuck in. Exhale kindly. When your body's ready, raise your knees. Walk your feet a little bit wider and forward if that's necessary and possible, and your knees are remaining bent, so your abdomen presses against the thighs and the thighs press against the base of your ribs. Bending your knees, raising your heels, flexing your knees as deeply as possible, and then once your thighs need to walk closer towards your abdomen, and your abdomen walks closer towards your thighs, then the hips can raise and the crown of the head extends gently towards the floor. One more time, feel your body. Are your feet too wide, too close, too far away from your body, too close to the body? One last breath in, bend and exhale, exhale. Find your knees towards the ground. Allow your toes to remain flexed. Move your hips as if you're just putting pressure onto the arches of the soles of your feet, as if you're just stretching the toes by shifting the weight of your body away from your arms, from your elbows, from your shoulders, stretching those
toes, stretching the fascia on the feet. Allow your heels not to be rolled out when the body's ready. Allow your hands to walk in towards your knees, to round your spine, to slowly feel your hands coming towards your knee area, shifting the weight even deeper towards the toes. Maybe your body's ready to exhale and your hands come towards your thighs, towards your mid thighs, towards your waist area, towards your hips, without pinching, without forcing anything. Maybe your arms come wider and tall towards the sky. You can feel your hands raising above the shoulders, and you breathe in and you feel your toes really extending. One more time, without pinching, without forcing, without sitting too deeply into them. Let your last exhalation to empty through. Nothing is wrong with you. It takes time to develop this muscles and flexibility. Let your hands slowly to release and slowly come forward, and let the elbows come gently forward towards the ground, and the hands to come towards each other, and the elbows will be about, forearm distance, and let your toes this time to extend, to reach the toenails towards the floor, and then allow your heels to contract into your glutes and flex your knees. So your heels and feet raise from the ground, and you're just on your forearms, and your head slowly looks towards your belly, towards your knees, towards the center of your chest, and you breathe in, and your heels gently come towards your glutes, and your glutes come towards your heels, and can you flex again the hamstrings? Can you feel your legs activated in the way that we're not or that were extended before, right? The counter position. Can you flex one more time? Contract, raise your toes, point your toes towards the ceiling, allow your glutes to shift towards the heels of your feet. Can you find your jaw drawn in one more time? Breath in. And when your body's ready, exhale and release your toes, your legs, your shins, palms of hands. Stay connected. The elbows stay about shoulder distance. Your forearms stay perfectly positioned. Your elbows may choose if you want to add more intensity or more ability to feel the contraction onto your oblique muscles. Let the elbows come closer towards your knees, flex the toes under the heels, and then raise slowly your knees with your knees flex, and your thighs walk into your abdomen. Press with your thighs. As you raise the heels, press your thighs against the belly, and your head looks towards your toes, towards your knees, towards your belly button area, and your glute muscles slowly raise up towards the sky. Close that gap between your thighs and the abdomen. Squeeze. So that means hip flexors are really contracted. Once they're connected, once you know that you're flexing, that you've discovered those muscles, then raise your glutes without separating your thighs from your belly. One more time, breath in. Exhale all the way through in your last long inhalation. Feel your body to release and soften your knees towards the ground. Beautiful. Exhale. Palms of hands slowly soften, elbows soften, and then contract your heels by pointing your toes towards the ceiling and flexing the hamstrings, moving the heels towards your glutes. Allow this time for your chest to raise off the ground, to look slowly forward through your chest. As your head comes along with it, you don't have to force your chin or even activate the crown of the head. Just simply let your chest drive the upper body to come as far away as your glutes really retract. Feel that you're contracting through your glutes, that the heels of your feet are really connecting to them, that you're pressing back through your hips, and you're raising slowly the feet when your body allows the chest to open, to not force the shoulders. Your chest comes through your shoulders. Let your last one breath. Inhale. Allow the exhalation to empty through. Inhale deeply. And then release toes and legs and feet towards the ground. Beautiful. Allow your body to settle. Bring your right leg slowly forward in between your hands as your hands slowly come under the shoulders, and breathe in. Allow your body to settle through the heel of your right foot. Open your toes, breathe out. Your left toes flex, your left knee comes off the ground, and press back the left heel into the floor, and the foot rotates the heel towards the right side of your yoga mat. So you're really almost pointing the left toes towards the left side of your yoga mat. So the entire foot is flat. You're not forcing your ankle in the back. You're not forcing the knee, of course, in either one of those legs, and your body exhales. And let your body slowly settle through left foot deep into the yoga mat behind the right leg. Bend in 90 degrees through your right knee and settle into the heel of the right foot, and your right elbow comes into the right forearm, your left hand comes into your left hip. Allow your body to slowly point the right knee forward in front of your body towards the right toes, and you lower the hips. And the left chest and shoulder open broadly to the sky, and you slowly look out towards the chest, towards the ground, if that's easy for your body, or towards the left shoulder, and see what happens with your body as you extend and you feel the entire front of your body. And maybe the inhalation allows the left hand to come towards the lower back area and feel that the back of the left hand comes towards the lower back. Or maybe the left fingers come in between the right obliques and the right thigh and slowly tucks right, almost as if you're just reaching for the right elbow. So feel that you're not forcing, that the shoulder is not overdoing anything. One more time, engage your glute muscles. Let your exhalation to open the chest, your jaw, never looks away from the throat. Last full breath, observe your body, those 18 seconds, and let your hands and shoulders and arms to slowly release from the left side down, soften your hand to the ground, raise your left heel, drop your left knee, exhale. Soften that left leg into the floor, allowing your left foot to stretch deeper away from the ankle. And your hip dips, so your hamstring and glute muscles and thighs on the right side open, that your glute area on the right side, the hip joint opens on the right side. And your hands just stay steady and light into this position, that your head slowly, gently extends the entire vertebrae column. So positioning, and try it, test it, experiment with your body. What happens when you draw the chin in? And you're exhaling, can you feel how you're slowly and gently trying to feel the quads, the thigh muscles stretching, and the hip flexor stretching, and your abdomen stretches, and your hands maybe come into the very tallest finger, or maybe the tip of the fingers, or the fist of the hands, or maybe the palms of the hands, and your chest starts moving forward in front of your body and higher off the ground. And allow your body to stay steady and parallel, and then support that the alignment of that right leg is not leaning outside the body, that it's not moving into the body either. It maintains just perfectly forward, and your chest is the one that drives the movement. It's not the head, it's not the chin, it's not the nose. One more time, feel you're raising that rib cage. One more time, feel that your right hip, right glute really opens, and when your body exhales, soft and kindly towards the ground, and see what muscles were activated, what muscles were extended. Can you move back your hips? Can you allow the right heel to stay on the ground while your right knee slowly extends and your right toes come off the ground? Your hands remain on the floor to find balance. Your hips shift back and your torso starts leaning gently forward. And can you feel how your torso slowly can extend by softening forward, and allow that the crown of it extends towards the toes, that your arms are wide enough, that your shoulders are broad enough, that your belly exhales. Kindly feel the hamstrings, feel the back of your leg one more time. Breathe into this pose. So is it okay for your muscles to stay and to feel again those deep 18 seconds into the extension? So what happens when the muscles and fascia really connect? Where is our mind? What are we thinking about when we stretch or observe this? Are we locking the body through elbows, through wrists, through hands, through even the right knee? Where we slowly and gently and cautiously extend and allow and invite the body to come along, and invite your breath to help you into that extension, never locking any joints. One more time, breath in. As the body exhales, slowly feel that you're really moving those muscles on the back of your leg, and then move forward. Allow your body to slowly, as you inhale, to bend the right knee, to place the right foot to the ground, to feel that your right leg slowly comes gently back. Not because you're swinging it, it's because you're simply traveling that leg slowly behind. Stay into neutral pose. Allow your hands to come under the shoulders, your knees under the hips. Allow your rib cage to move as if your rib cage is being pulled by your t-shirt towards the right side of your body. So your right shoulder and hip separate as if your torso just is being pulled to the right. Exhale, contract your belly. When you exhale, your jaw draws in. One more time, open the right rib cage area. Exhale one final time through your tummy. Raise it back towards the sky as if you're just raising into cat pose. Hold it and exhale, exhale one more time. Feel your body opening your lungs into the base of the ribs, into your back, into your column, and then exhale as if you're being pulled with your t-shirt or by your t-shirt towards the left side of your body. So your left shoulder and left hip separate to extend those muscles in between your ribs on the left side. And you breathe in, let those muscles breathe. Open. What are we holding? What are the things that come to mind? Memories, messages, ideas that come by just simply exhaling and contracting the belly as your body inhales. Exhale slowly down. As you breathe out, your chest and abdomen slowly come to center and neutral position. Breath in, exhale slowly. Let your left leg travel very gently forward and see if your left foot stays in front of that left knee and you're not raising that left heel, that my right toes are able to slowly flex. And I'm leaning forward towards that left foot. So I know that my knee never crosses the line of the left toes. And maybe my right knee races and maybe my right heel drops towards the ground. And I can feel now that my right foot is again aligned in a way that is supports those 3 points in the sole of my right foot. And the left toes and the left knee is never tense. And I can feel my left hand coming towards the thigh, mid-thigh. No, we didn't do it like that, did we? Yes, we did. Okay, find your thigh and bring your arm softly into it. And maybe your right hand comes slowly towards your waist. And I drop my hips. So I know that I'm very conscious about my knee. I'm very conscious about my ankle. I'm very conscious about my spine. My shoulder opens. I look slowly towards the ground, towards the chest, towards the right shoulder. That my right hand stays opening the body and opening the torso. And I feel your glute muscles, or my glute muscles, holding my hips and opening the hip flexors, and all those muscles will be contracted. And I feel the body dropping my hips a little bit closer towards the ground so I can accentuate the feeling into those muscles deep into my gut. And I let the body breathe through those muscles. And I exhale. And I find one more time the expansion. Then I support and feel the glute muscles that are holding strength, that the muscles are really opening. In my last long deep breath in, I let my body start as I exhale the right hand gently towards the ground. I can feel my right hand softly coming towards the floor. And I raise my right knee and I place my right knee on the ground. And I slowly bring my left toes off the floor and I press back gently my hips towards the heel and my spine lengthens forward and the arms open wide and not pushing into my shoulders, into my chest. The neck extends, the hamstrings open. One more time, breathe in and exhale, exhale. Very nice. Deep breath. Is your jaw moving away? Can you stay with your jaw drawn? And can I feel that my forehead comes closer and closer with every breath? Less is more, never forcing towards my shin. And my glute muscles tilt farther away from my legs to slowly activate it. I can soften the position at any time I need to. I know that I'm not locking or pushing through my hands or shoulders, that I'm just allowing my toes to flex in and my heel to stay grounded on the left side and my abdomen to retract so my back opens. And what are the things that come to my head when I do this? What are the memories or the emotions that I'm thinking through? Can I observe my body 2 more times to lengthen my back, to open the shoulders and chest? Let your last 2 breaths Can I feel the crown? Can I be attentive of what it feels if I were to just extend in a different way my body? And then exhale, slowly soften forward, reach gently towards the toes, your hands walk gently forward, your knee bends and move the left leg behind. Allow your hands or fists or fingers to touch gently under the shoulders. Pull your t-shirt from the left side of your body and spread your left shoulder and hip away from each other and extend your rib cage. Your jaw draws in. Open the side of your torso. Open that left lung. Exhale your jaw. One more time. Feel that the left side. Glute away from shoulder and shoulder away from glutes. When your body exhales, slowly contract the obliques and raise your back into cat position. Raise to the center of your spine. Hold it, exhale. One more time. Feel that the center of your spine comes very tall towards the sky. Abdomen retracts as if your belly button area comes a little bit deeper towards your lumbar spine. Inhale, and out towards the right side, as if you're, again, being pulled through your right side t-shirt or the t-shirt on the right side of your torso. Breath in. Exhale, opening the shoulder away from the hip. So shift them away from each other. So you extend the intercostal muscles. One more time. Feel that your entire torso, move every inch of your torso. Let your lung expand that rib cage from the right side. And as you exhale, drop slowly forward towards the center. Breath in. Exhale all the way through. Allow your fists to come into the ground, knuckles into the floor, knees walk slowly forward. Allow your right knee to come slowly towards the front of your body while your left leg comes behind. And you're sitting towards the right heel. So your right foot is under the right hip as close as possible. It doesn't mean touching. That your left leg extends behind, that your fists are gently in a comfortable position, that you're not overextending the joints of your fists or your wrists, and your elbows bend tight towards your body, and your torso lengthens slowly towards the sky. And you press through your knuckles, you open the arms wider, you walk the hands closer if you need to add intensity. Maybe your chin lengthens towards the sky. You can feel the toenails extending away from the waist. And is the back not crunched? The back is not collapsing, the back is lengthened. Anchor your hips, raise your rib cage, open your clavicles, extend your chin, throat, crown of the head extends, eyes roll over your eyebrows. Deep breath. All these are options for your body. Use your breath. The more we exhale or are conscious about the exhalation, the more we can accommodate and adapt and shift, ground ourselves into this position, find our points of support and strength. Let your last full breath as your body exhales all the way through, inhaling, and then exhale slowly. Soften forward, elbows into the ground, forearms into the ground. Rest your body onto your right side as close as possible, elbows as wide as needed. Exhale slowly. Allow your toes to flex on the left foot and let your head drop softly as if your thumbs are going to hold the forehead onto the nose bridge or third eye area, and let your left leg press back through the heels so your left knee comes slowly off the ground. And feel that you're neutral through the weight of your head into the ground, through your hands, through your thumbs, while the left leg opens behind you. And your right knee stays, again, not pinched, not forced, your shoulders, the elbows. Breathe in. Exhale all the way. Can you, if I were to hold you from that left ankle and press you back farther away from the glutes, farther away from your knee, farther away from the torso, can you feel those muscles that are contracting? Is your left glute really active? To let go of your hip flexors. One more time, breathe in. As the body exhales all the way through, let your last 2 breaths. Abdomen, chest broad, elbows broad, last inhalation. And you squeezing all the things out of your body, all the toxins. Exhale and release and soften. Bring your hands towards the floor, elbows raised. Bring that your right knee comes
gently back, and let your left knee this time travel forward towards the left thumb. And let your right leg then extend gently behind you so the toes and toenails extend farther away from your body. The elbows slowly soften. Feel that your hands or fists come gently towards the ground, outside the shoulders, closer or farther away from the shoulders according to the instability and flexibility of your body. Find that your back is slowly grounded, that your torso is held by the root of your abdomen, that your lower back is not pinched, that you're extending actively the right toes, especially your pinky right toe that will engage the external part of your right leg, including the outside of your glute, all the way towards your hips, raising your chest area, not your head. Maybe your chin extends your chest even farther and your eyes may roll over your eyebrows because that feels okay to extend, not to crunch the spine. So how do you feel by moving these parts of your body, how the endocrine, the entire immune system, the entire endocrine glands, the entire lymphatic system are really activated, and you can feel how your body's cleansing all those things inside, that your breath is constant and you continuously support your oxygenation of the body. One more time, deep breath. Can you observe your belly, your right glutes, your abdominal cavity, the height of your chest and extension of your vertebrae column? Let your last 2 breaths. Be attentive to your breathing. Have you stopped breathing? What is your moving meditation about today? Find your last breath in as your body exhales. Let your body stretch and lengthen all the way forward, bending the elbows, leaning over that left thigh, forearms and hands gently towards the ground. Maybe your fists or your hands or fingers interlace, while your right leg then adjusts into the position by flexing the right toes. And maybe this is as far as we're going to go. Maybe the right knee needs to be slowly lifted off the ground, the right heel pressed back, and I find my chest extends even farther away from the hips, while my right heel comes farther behind. And I really retract the right glute, activate. If I were to place my hands in the lower back, my lower back is not raised, it's actually lengthened and flattened, and my tummy helps into that extension. The crown of the head simply pulls away the entire body and elongates. I can actually visualize my vertebrae column from the hips towards the root of my neck, how it's actually elongating, how I contract by sustaining that isotonic contraction of the thigh muscles. I can feel my thighs contracted. I can feel my shins retracted. I can feel my calves lengthened. Can I find my last 2 breaths? Consciously paying attention. Forget about anything else. There's all kinds of judgments. There's all kinds of things that may come up. Observe your body one more time to observe the inhalation. To then release. And can you let all that pressure release and soften? And this time, we're going to roll over that same leg, the right leg. We're going to roll gently the right leg into the floor, the right hip into the floor, and the left knee easily rolls out to lay on our backs. Hopefully, my microphone for the people online are still able to hear me. So find that the back is slowly placed into the floor, and my shoulders and head and neck is flattening to the ground, allowing my legs to slowly exhale into the floor, reaching with my heels farther away. If I were to hold you from the base of your heels and pull you away from the hips, down. If I extend your legs farther away from that lower back, and you feel how your lower back stretches, and I can soften my belly deeper into the ground. How my arms and shoulders are wide and comfortable, so I can actually feel my chest open, not tight, not closed in, right? Sometimes we build shields with our bodies, and we close in and self-protect our heart. It's so difficult to be vulnerable, to be open, to be ourselves, to present ourselves exactly as we are. And we're so easy to judge others rather than give enough room for others to be exactly what they need to be. And the left knee is paid attention to as I focus my mind into my left leg. And I'm going to softly and gently retract the left leg in with my left foot to the ground. How does that change my position of the right leg and foot? Can I raise the right leg slowly as I inhale? Not because I'm changing anything, I'm just simply shifting. And I observe my right leg coming towards the sky. And the back of my head, are my shoulders shifting positions? Can I really find my way into maintaining flatness into the body? That I don't have to force the position of my body, that I can actually observe that my shoulder blades come wider and deeper, that I can flex my tummy and feel again that I'm surrendering all the other things. Can I think about the things I do with my body and to my body? How do I treat my physical body? What an amazing gift that you provide mindful exercise to your physical body. What a gift you're providing yourself to be connected, to be observing the oxygenation, measuring your levels, paying attention to the physiology of your body, to really paying attention to the emotions behind that, to get to know our thinking when the body is ready. Surrender your right leg, bend your right knee, place your right foot to the ground. And what happens when both feet and legs are on the ground? Where are my hands, elbows, shoulders? Am I tensing through my neck or my jaw? Can I press lightly into the right heel and then retract the left leg when I'm ready to extend it towards the sky? And I point the toes, flex the toes, push the heel, soften the knee, shoulder blades, abdomen, chest broadens. Deep breath. What did I bring with me into that yoga practice today? What is my offering to the environment? What is my contribution to the thoughts I'm producing? Where am I entangling or getting stuck? And how do I pass and look through? It's not so much about paying attention to the entanglement. It's not getting stuck and focusing so much on how to solve that, but to simply release that and look past what it feels to be past that. Just visualizing ourselves in a place of harmony. 2 more breaths. What does it feel like to activate, to really feel connected as you're ready to inhale into this pose? Bend the knee and let the left foot settle to the ground. Maintain both knees bent, both soles of the feet into the ground. Exhale very gently, walk kindly your heels closer to your glutes without forcing, without doing anything deeper than what your body allows. Press the heels, soften the toes, and drop your knees towards the right side together. So find that your knees move together towards the right side of your body with your left shoulder deep into the floor, and your head is not moving, it's not tensing, it's not forced. How do I let those 2 knees, legs on their own weight, not hold, I'm not tighten it. I'm not holding the legs. I'm letting it go. And what does it feel like to let those muscles of the hips release those legs on their own weight? That my left waist and hip flexors and oblique muscles soften. I can open my chest and soften my neck. Last, full deep exhalation. Can I sink my body to the ground? And as slowly as I need to, rolling one leg, both legs at the same time back into center, very, very gently, and rolling the knees as I exhale exactly in the most comfortable position towards the opposite direction without lifting my right shoulder blade off the ground. How do I micro adjust? Where is the best place for my feet, for my knees? How flex do my legs need to be? How I can de-stress my shoulders and find a place of comfort and not looking at the stress, but looking at the level of comfort and gentleness. Am I holding back? Or am I able to release? Is there anything in my body that is tightening? My hands, my shoulders, my forehead, my lips, my abdomen, even my breathing? Can I learn to physically recognize places and moments of stress and tension? But most importantly, to build in my last long exhalation that memory of harmony, to let go, to learn to surrender as I inhale. One leg, both legs at the same time, slowly and gently walking back to center. Deep breath. Bending slowly your elbows and hands so you can reach for your thighs and knees. Allow kindly for your knees to retract into your chest, your knees to widen apart so the soles of your feet start looking towards each other. And my hands reach for my inner thighs, my knees, my shins, my ankles, over my ankles towards the toes, over the feet towards the pinkies, the elbows open the inner thighs, and I can bring my heels of the feet closer towards my groin without raising the chin, without forcing the shoulders, bending the elbows. Less is more. Can I let go for a second? Am I pushing? Am I forcing? I'm just passively letting my body simply open. What is the story? A very familiar story we tell ourselves. Can I discover something new in this last two breaths? That's one time. Then the abdomen and chest really sink towards the ground. And then kindly, then the hands and the elbows, the shoulders and the knees and the thighs to release. That I can find my feet slowly coming towards the ground, that I can place my hands outside my thighs, maybe outside my hamstrings or behind the hamstrings or knees. Maybe my feet raise a little bit off the ground and I retract my knees in to gain momentum with my legs as I use my hands against the legs and the legs against my fingers to roll my body slowly into sitting position, massaging my spine, rolling over my tailbone, consciously sitting upright and turning 180 degrees until my body comes back into sitting position. and letting the exhalation find a soft realignment, that my hands are gently placed into Gyan Mudra. Gyan means knowledge. So that means my index touches my thumb, and I connect those very subtle centers that connect to my brain or my brow chakra. And I feel just a little bit of centerness, that I place my hips into the ground, that I connect my physical body to a very subtle energy. I can actually sit for a second until my chest and shoulders are gently moving away from each other, and my hands slowly release towards the ground, and my arms open wide towards the sky until we change our mudra into Anjali Mudra, which means palms of hands touching. And then the elbows bend so I can bring my attention into my heart, into that prayer pose. And so, what do we really need to ask for, right? There's so many things to be grateful for that we take for granted, but the only thing that we really want to be aware of is the present moment into alignment, into harmony. What does it feel like to fit into our physical bodies and mind and emotions? What does it feel to feel maybe a tinge of what peacefulness might be experienced? How can we be more connected to who we really are, not what we are expected to be? And how can we ask for anything more than selfless, divine love?
Much.